Hey Libra, it's Empress Rose here. Welcome to your reading. These are general readings. Take what works. If I don't catch your wavelength here, check your other major placements. You know the drill. We're starting off with a combo of oracle decks, Moonology and Urban Crow. And then we're going to move on to the Muse Tarot. I don't know. I saw the box today and it gave me a little thrill. And I thought, you know what? I was planning on using the Rider-Waite, but let's go with what brings a little thrill instead. All right. Okay. All right, Libra. Anything else from... Okay. So, Urban Crow, exposed. You may be feeling a little vulnerable, a little maybe have gotten isolated from the group, maybe on your own a little bit out here and feeling vulnerable to attack, or just, it doesn't even need to be to attack. It's just a sense of vulnerability. Maybe as if there's, you know, as if you're in danger, or as if, so this could be emotional vulnerability. That's what I'm trying to get at. This might not be physical vulnerability where you're physically separated from the group and someone's about to attack you. This is just, references the experience of feeling vulnerable, feeling like prey. Here's a predator, and you feel like prey. There could be a sense of isolation associated with this, or having gotten away from the group, which has left you a bit vulnerable, or at least feeling vulnerable. I don't know that you actually are vulnerable, but you are feeling maybe feeling used, maybe feeling exposed, you know, maybe feeling transparent and like your mask is off for a minute. I see this as a moment, not a whole like lifestyle or a whole week or anything. I see this as a moment where there's going to be a sense of vulnerability, a sense of feeling naked, feeling like prey maybe, or feeling like your defenses are down and you've been caught with your defenses down here. And then we have Blue Moon, Believe in the Impossible. This combo is gorgeous. We have Blue Moon, Believe in the Impossible. So keep dreaming, keep fantasizing, keep daydreaming, and building up those castles in the sky. And then we have The Answers You Need Are Coming, Full Moon in Gemini. So something that you haven't been able to see, you'll be able to see. Something will be revealed to you, or you'll understand it. The truth will be revealed in a conversation. There could be someone could accidentally expose the situation. There could be some sort of indiscreet communication or something where there's well, we have exposed here. So there could be, I guess with that card, it could be someone else exposing themselves, making themselves vulnerable to you. There could be some sort of indiscreet communication here, something that has been hidden being revealed, whether intentionally or unintentionally. It's not clear. So answers you need are coming. There's also a sense of a conversation, of course, especially with the Gemini being an air sign, being about a communication. So there's a sense of communication, and maybe some magic happening via words, right? Abracadabra, magic words, something like that. Like, our words are super powerful. So there could be something, this impossible thing could be being communicated. So keep daydreaming. Something will be exposed here. The answers you need are coming. Something's going to be revealed or exposed. You may feel vulnerable at some point. All right, let's see if I remember how to work this deck here. It's been a while since I played with this one. All right, Libra. I'm sure I will, but... This is your past, your present, your inner landscape, what's at issue, your environment, to-do list, possible outcome. Oh, God. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. 10 of Voices in your recent past. This would be our 10 of Swords card. This would be having been wounded as much as you can wound it, having reached the pinnacle of a painful situation. It's all downhill from here. The swords, or the voices, the swords will be removed. This is sort of the mountain, the peak of a difficult situation. You have hit that. You have reached that. There's not a lot more to be painful experience here. You've reached the end of a painful experience. The 10 is the end of a cycle, the end of an experience, the end of an event. And there's no more. There are no more swords to be pierced. 10 of Voices does talk about more the communication aspect of the sword suit. So whatever painful thing has been needed to be communicated has already been communicated. Whatever difficult in communication we've had has already been experienced. That you reached the pinnacle in the past. And this is not a short process. This is a long process. It's been a long and difficult journey, and that long, difficult trek with whatever this is talking about for you is over now. You've reached the peak, and it's all down here from here. But it's been rough. It's been a rough journey. In your current situation, you have the Priestess. So this is about, to me, this is the tarot deck, but this is also about your intuition and what can be revealed and what cannot be revealed. You understand, I like it because we're getting it with this and with this exposed card. You understand that there's something being withheld from you. There's information being withheld from you right now. There's been a lot of painful information in the past, and right now there's information that you can't see, and you know you can't see it. You're aware of what you can't see. What I like here too is I'm getting really the vibe off of this. Well, for one, it's the blue coming through here, and two, she's got one eye covered and one eye open. So there's that which can be seen and that which cannot be seen. So I think you're aware that something's being withheld from you. Information is being withheld. I think you're trying to find some peace with that. Your intuition is very clearly telling you. I love it because we have one hand is receiving, part of you is receiving the intuition, and part of you, or there's part here that's not receivable. So yeah, there's what's hidden, there's what's not hidden. It's a very spiritual card, very much in your intuition, but also really talking about what can be known, what cannot be known. Your hopes, your fears, your inner landscape. You might be, well, the Devil card is typically something of being afraid of, but the Devil card often talks about an alluring trap here, or a commitment where it looked really good. It looked really good, but then there are like unintended consequences or an entrapment here. So we have something that looks good, but there's a control outside of your control. So the Devil card usually talks about contracts, which with a contract, we're saying, I promised to do this, I'm going to do this. And then, so we're no longer free to not do that thing. We've already agreed to do that thing. We have to break the contract if we don't do what we said we're gonna do. So it can also be addiction. Addiction can be, obviously no one becomes addicted to things that are just, rankly unpleasant from the get-go, right? There has to be an allure to them, something that we like, something that we enjoy. Same with contracts. Nobody signs a contract. I mean, unless it's like you're being forced to by the mob or something. Nobody generally signs a contract unless there's something that they're going to get out of it that they want, right? So you don't, sign up for a mortgage unless you actually want the house that you're buying. You don't sign the contract for an apartment unless it's actually an apartment that you're trying to rent, right? So, but now you're stuck paying that every month. So, so there's a sense of like having wanted this, but not knowing that you can't be released from it easily. It would take a lot of work, and that can be true with addiction, contracts, all of that. So you could be actually hoping for a contract, hoping for, some sort of mutual commitment, like, because, the rent is you get to live here. That's their side of the contract, and your side is that you're going to pay them the rent. So, So you're going to get something out of it too, but you might be looking for a contract, looking for some sort of agreement, something like that. This could be, you know, a contract being written up that you're hoping for, but you haven't seen it yet. You don't know what it's going to look like. There's like some sort of part of this path, or you're hoping for some sort of contractual arrangement or some sort of, I mean, we want to say trapped, right? With the devil card, you know, things being controlled by something, but it can be something that you agree to. Just like alcoholism, at some point you agreed, or you decided to drink alcohol, and you decided to use that as a way to solve problems and issues, and not solve them, but ignore them, right? Or feel better in the moment. So there was an allure there. At some point, choices were made, decisions were made, and then consequences follow. So you could be either worried about that, having that on your mind, or even wanting that. You know, if it's a good contract, if you're waiting for a house contract or something to be written up, something like that. So you might be looking, but you're in this waiting mode with this priestess, because you don't know, you don't know. You know what you can't see. You know what you can see, and you know what you can't see. And it relates to possibly this contract that you have on your mind. What's at issue here is this Ace of Emotions. So this Ace of Emotions is going to be about... wait, I want to go back to this Devil card, because the way I'm seeing it is there's like a renewal of a contract or a renewal of a commitment that's already been made and engaged in. I'm not sure it's gone very well. So you might be hoping for a transformation of this contract, or a transformation of this connection, or this agreement, wanting it to be transformed. It's not been easy for you. So you might be either wanting to get released from this, or have it change in a way that is better for you. Okay, and then we have this Ace of Emotions as what's at issue. There's not a new relationship. There's not a new emotional realization. There might not be a lot of understanding of emotions, or even communicating of our feelings and emotions. This would be our Ace of Cups card. We're getting it in the reverse. We could be feeling drained, a loss of enthusiasm. Drained, we could be feeling exhausted and drained. And this is why we're being encouraged to believe in the impossible, because we're having trouble maintaining the faith, maintaining our joy, maintaining our connection to something. We might be having some difficulty with that. Not having a renewal. We're not getting our coffee has not been refreshed. We're sitting here at our little table, and where is the waitress? My coffee is cold and there's only a sip left. I would like a refresh. You have not gotten your coffee refilled. Your cup has not been refilled. It's drained, it's empty, it's cold, and there's no waitress in sight to refill that and refresh your cup. So there's nothing. It looks like you can't see. Well, we know you can't see. You can't see that if there is refreshment coming, if there is any, if your cup is going to get refilled. That's what you can't see. In your environment, you have Temperance. So something's taking a lot of time. Much more. This is taking time. It could be an adjustment period you're going through right now. This contract, though, or this agreement, or this shift in an agreement is taking a long time. We're going from a sliver and transforming into fullness. So something is taking its time getting to the fullness of time, right? That moon goes through its cycle, goes through its stages. It's very predictable. It's at this certain pace. We're not jumping from new moon to full moon. We're going through some cycles, going through some paces, some things. It could take some weeks here to develop, for this thing to develop. The Temperance card is all about needing to have patience, all about time needing to be taken in order for something to come into its fullness, into its fruition. It takes the time it takes, is what is going on in your environment. Something in your environment is taking its sweet time, but there's no rushing it. It's got its own pace and its own internal rhythm and its own understanding. It is in the flow of things. It is in a larger universal flow of time and things and cycles and all of that. So there's maybe a rhyme or reason to this in some sort of behind the scenes, in some sort of like cosmic way that you can't see. So there's something going on here that's taking a long time. It could be an adjustment period, trying to get used to something, and you're adjusting to it, but it's something's taking the time it takes, and there's no rushing it. It's got these paces it has to go through. It's got a whole, you got to follow the recipe, and the recipe is going to take a certain amount of time, right? You don't want your beans uncooked in the middle of that soup, right? You got to like let those beans soak. Then those beans have to get cooked. But you don't want a soup where you got a bunch of crunchy beans in it. So it's going to take the time it takes. And you're not going to be able to, there's some shortcuts maybe, but we're not taking them. Your to-do list is this tower moment. I find this fascinating, or this energy that you need to interact with. The tower moment's very transformative, and we already have a couple butterflies or moths here, this transformation. This tower is coming right underneath this priestess. So the tower moment has so much energy. So are you creating this energy? Are you taking action to create the tower moment, the transition, the transformation of some sort of structure in your life? Are you creating that lightning? Are you creating that power that changes the structure and upends the whole thing? You know, what was first is now last, what's last is now first. Or are you just channeling this power? Are you just absorbing and being a lightning rod for this power? That's what I see her, is there's a powerful transformation, and she is grounding it. She is the lightning rod here, the grounding for this transformation. So there could be a powerful change coming in here for you. And again, these readings, they're on a scale of 1 to 10. Not everybody's going to be like channeling lightning this weekend. Or this week. There just may be like a situation where you have to, you either bring the power or you channel the power expertly. But there's powerful change, and you are somehow either being the agent of it. Somehow you're the agent of it. Somehow you're in the middle of this powerful change. And it's topsy-turvy, right? It's especially getting that, and this one, it's a reversal of power dynamics. That's what I'm seeing here. There's all this power and energy, and it's like a reversal of them. So, so normally we'd be looking at, you know, the ground down here, lightning coming from the sky area, but here we have sort of the ground up here, and lightning's coming from the ground into the sky here. So there's this powerful role reversal. I mean, I'm trying to square that there's some tension here with this. The answers you need are coming. Are you demanding those answers? Because there's a passivity to the answers you need are coming. But maybe you're the one that needs to open the eyes. Maybe you're the one that needs to open the channel, the communication, and things getting flipped on their head. You're somehow an agent in that. So, you know, because these tarot readings are like, consider that. They're not necessarily didactic to-do lists. Your life's going to suck and fall apart if you don't do it this way, right? So we're at least considering how we could be a more powerful agent for ourselves and in this situation. How can we, this transformational energy, the tower is always about like some sort of structure crumbling, some sort of structure in a power dynamic that's been crumbling, in the structure of our life, or something that's dictated to us, what we should be doing and how we should be operating, some structural element to our life, either gets completely flipped on its head or crumbles completely so that it can be rebuilt. Maybe, yeah. It comes underneath this high priestess, this priestess energy. So maybe there's more of an energetic dynamic to this flip. And flipping the power thing. Okay, and then where you're going, I like this. This is the Sun card. This is bright clarity, growth radiating out. We are clear. Our mind is clear. I love this solar plexus chakra just glowing right here. Just that intuition, that inspiration, that inner knowing. And it's so clear. So I love it with this. There's no tension with this. The answers you need are coming. And boy, are they going to be clear. You're going to know exactly what to do, exactly how to, if this contract or if this agreement is to your liking, you're going to have a lot of clarity. You're going to see exactly what you're looking at here. All right, Libra. Well, that's all I got. I'm wondering about this exposed, feeling this with this Tower card, and maybe this change of dynamic. This flipping the energy of a situation from prey to predator. All right, Libra. Thanks so much for your likes and your subscribes and your comments. I very much appreciate them. And I hope you have a good fortnight.